difference between academic and applied?
I'm confused.
What?
Maybe.
What?
I'm confused.
I'm not sure about this.
So as far as the difference between academic and applied in English, in other subjects it might seem easier because we talk about being hands-on, but English isn't so much hands-on. I would have to characterize it by saying that in academic, there's more focus on theory, the more abstract concepts, and there's a lot more independence perhaps where you're counting on teaching yourself or teaching each other. In the applied courses, the analysis maybe doesn't go as deep. There's probably more of an effort to connect the kinds of reading and writing activities to everyday life, to things that you're likely to do after school, rather than maybe focusing on a path that leads to university. Applied courses are more likely to give you the kind of reading and writing activities that will lead to college or into the workplace.
My opinion on academic and applied courses they're not that much different. Like, they're not that much harder than each other. Academic I found was pretty easy, and it didn't really affect my career choices in any way or what school I was going to go to or anything.
When I switched over from applied to academic, it just seemed more natural because I was going into a higher grade of difficulty. So, and it didn't really affect my career choice from academic to applied.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Ross-Holton. I'm Department Head of Science here at CHSS, and I'm going to try to give you some advice about choosing the best level for you in grade 9 science. I know that this can be a difficult decision to make, and it's not set in stone. Levels can be switched during the grade 9 year or when entering the grade 10 year, but I'll try to give you some advice to help with that. So grade 9 and 10 science is compulsory for graduation, and then after that students have to take one more science or one more technology, and most of our students here at CHSS take at least one more science after grade 10. So it's important that you have the right prerequisite for those grade 11 and 12 sciences.
When I first started high school, I decided to take academic courses because my plans were to go to university. Then I changed my mind halfway through, took applied because I was going to do college. Now, in my 13th year, I've decided to take both academic and applied, so I have a chance of getting into both university and college.
Hi, I'm Ms. Gosho. I'm just here to explain the difference between applied and academic math in grade 9. So what to expect when you come to high school for math is that to expect in a grade 9 applied classroom to work with more hands-on manipulatives and kind of work through how to make the math come alive and real.
I started with academic courses and then took university my whole way through high school because my plans are to go to university if I fall through on my other plans. Ta-da.
I took academic because I want to go to university.
I took applied because I want to stay in college.
I took academic to keep my options open.
I took academic because my job needs it.
You know, when you ask yourself, when am I ever going to use this? Grade 9 applied math actually makes it tangible and something that you can apply in real life. Then when we get on to grade 9 academic math, it's a lot more textbook, theory-based questions, figuring out the formulas, deriving the formulas, not just being able to use them. It's a lot more independent learning with the focus that there's a lot of homework, many questions to tackle, and multi-step complex problems.
And you should think about the type of program that you're going into. If it's a more academic type of program at college, then you should stick with the academic science. If you think you want to enter the world of work through an apprenticeship or a trade program, then the applied program is sufficient for that kind of destination.
I moved over from applied classes to academic classes because there was better opportunities for university in the future, which opens up more advanced opportunities, I guess.
So I went from applied to academic in high school, and I did that because I wanted to give myself more of a challenge. Definitely giving myself more opportunities and more options for university and post-secondary, whatever I decide to do, yeah.
Basic guideline would be, if you find math easy and in grade 8 you're getting a level 4 without a lot of effort, you should definitely take the academic level. If you're you have to work at the math to get the material and you're still getting a level 4, absolutely take academic. If you're a level 3 student in math, I would suggest taking the applied level. And for those of you that want to go on to university, it's really, really important that you stick with the academic level and expect there to be high expectations of accomplishing all the work to keep going in the academic strand. That pathway is crucial to get to university. If your end goal is college and you're not going for a licensed trade like construction technologist, electrician, plumber, all of those beautiful trades that make a lot of money, then I would highly suggest that you need to start with academic until you get to grade 11, and then you can make the switch to the mixed level, which is college, university, and continue on into college. And if you're a student that is not going to get a licensed trade and you still want to venture off to college, then the applied strand is the correct one for you. We also do have locally developed. If your final task is the workplace without going on to any post-secondary education, you can choose grade 9 locally developed math, and it's also very applicable and real life.
In the academic program, students are going to spend a lot more time learning about concepts and theories and laws before they move to the lab and do some hands-on kind of activities. With the applied classes, we spend less time on those concepts, laws, and theories, and more time exploring science in the lab. So I'll give you an example. In grade 9, students study electricity. So before academic students even get to play with electrical equipment, they spend time learning about the theories and the concepts behind circuits, and then they will spend time building the circuits. The applied students are more likely to go right to the lab and begin exploring with circuits, and they'll spend less time learning about the theories and the concepts.
I started off in grade 9 in academic classes. I found that it wasn't right for me, so I moved over to applied classes for my grade 10 year. But now that I'm in my grade 11 year, I found that I think I'd be better fit for a mixed class. So I decided to be in a university and college mixed class, and it will not contradict my dream of going to university.
We also expect our academic students to be able to do more independent learning. So sometimes concepts and activities are assigned independently and the students have to work on their own to learn the material. There's less hand-holding. We expect that academic students are probably going to have a little more homework, so they have to be committed to putting in that extra homework time. We also expect that if you're an academic student, that if you're experiencing difficulties, you will seek out the answers to your questions. So you will go to the internet and look up the answers, or you will come to your science teacher and ask for extra help. These are the skills that we would hope that an academic student would have in order to be successful in the academic program. If you don't think that's where you're at, then you should seriously consider the applied program. It closes off the door to university science programs, but it still keeps a lot of doors open for college programs.
I switched from applied to academic classes because I felt that it was a little bit of a faster pace, just that I needed. But I don't really feel like it affected my post-secondary choices.
The final thing that I'd like to recommend is that students match their math and their science levels. So if you're doing applied math, you should seriously consider doing applied science as well. Same with academic. If you're doing academic math, you should do academic science and see how that goes. The skills involved in math are very similar to the kinds of skills that you'll be using in science.